Okay, this video is about Maurten, the energy sports drink by the triathletes. I learned about this stuff because I have a friend. He's a doctor. He's does triathlons. He's a couple years younger than me. He's in great physical shape. He's one of the best aging doctors around, and he's real smart and sharp still in his 50s. A lot of docs kind of age in their 50s, and he's really stayed in great shape and mentally sharp. So I bring it up because I asked him what does he think is the best pre-workout meal or thing to eat during competition, and he loves this Maurten drink. So here's the drink mix, and this guy's good. He knows what he's talking about. Here's what it contains. So I looked it up. It's just basically sugar and sodium. That's it. Nothing else. So I thought to myself, you could do that on your own. It might be convenient if it comes in a packet or, some other convenient form they can carry on themselves. But, when I want to do a big personal best record, I'll just drink a beet juice, something like this stuff right here, organic. And you look at the ingredients in the back of this beet juice. This one is 320 calories with 500 milligrams of sodium. This would be about 440 calories with about 400 milligrams of sodium. So it's quite similar. I know I get great energy after this. Also forgiven, if I have to give a long presentation, I'll drink this stuff, followed by 16 ounces of reverse osmosis. So if you haven't found this already and you're interested in distance running and whatnot, you might find this helpful. A couple other things that came up. He says it's the absolute best energy drink for triathletes. He says all the best triathletes use it. And he's the kind of guy who would have checked that out and would tell the truth about it and know. There's a guy by the name of Stan Efferding. Stan Efferding is this super famous world champion powerlifter and bodybuilder. His nickname is the White Rhino. And the reason I bring him up is that he claims that sodium is the best supplement an athlete could take right before competition in powerlifting. He's from Las Vegas, and he sweats a lot. He's always sweating all the time. So I think he's losing lots of sodium, and that might be why he likes sodium so much as a performance enhancer. He also looks like he's on anabolic roids. He's got muscles on top of his muscles. But he's actually, he's a great athlete, a great performer, and he's very articulate. I like him. I've watched a whole bunch of his videos. But I would never listen to him, other than this pre-workout meal advice, maybe, I would never listen to his nutrition advice. He says all kinds of things that I think are stupid and bad for health, for long-term nutrition of keeping your arteries open. He certainly knows a lot about building muscle, but bodybuilders don't tend to live long. I think professional bodybuilders, I've heard things like the average lifespan is only to about 50 years of age or something. That might not be accurate, because I've heard other guys. Frank Zane claims, oh no, they're healthier than the average person, and there might be a difference between the competitive and the non-competitive ones. The competitive ones, of course, are taking all the roids. So that's interesting, though, that he says sodium is an important part of his pre-workout meal, and without it, he says he tightens up, cramps up, and he can't perform at his best. There's another guy by the name of Eliud Kipchoge from Kenya, who's the world's best marathon runner. His best marathon time was 2 hours and 1 minute, so he's close to breaking the 2-hour mark. And what does that guy eat? He's an advertiser guy for Maurten. I don't know how much he really drinks it or not, though. What he does eat when he's been interviewed is he eats lots of starches, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, and beans. He has fruits and vegetables, and he also drinks tea with lots and lots of sugar in it. And there's this guy, Durian Ryder, who's a famous trainer for persons in bicycle racing competitions and running competitions, and he's also a super big fan of having lots of sugar for a pre-workout meal. And sometimes these guys in longer competitions like triathlon, they'll actually be eating in the middle of the competition. But anyways, I find that interesting that, knowledgeable people with a lot of experience, what do they use to optimize athletic performance? Tons of sugar and, a small to medium amount of sodium. Efferding uses more sodium. You got to remember, Efferding's this giant, 200-something pound guy in Las Vegas sweating all the time. So anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting, and any of these beet juices, I found them helpful. So anyways, that was interesting.